Alrighty, guys, we are back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have Wack 100 and DJ Akademiks react to Young Thug denouncing Gunna for snitching and ending their friendship. Dr. Chick Smooth the video. If you guys haven't seen the post, Young Thug basically posted, "Stop acting like we friends," which sparked Gunna's alleged brother coming out and saying that the feeling is mutual, which is wild to me because we have heard like Gunna in songs big up Thug, but obviously if Young Thug is going to come with that energy, they're going to more than likely return the same. A lot of people online are saying, why did Young Thug request to still be able to speak to him? He's going to do this and not make any music with him. And I think that even if it's not for like any type of collaborative effort, at the end of the day, Gunna is still signed to Young Thug. So he's going to have some type of communication with him, even if he doesn't like him. At the end of the day, guys, there's plenty of artists and owners of labels and executives that really don't rock with each other. They're just doing it because they have to, because at the end of the day, business does win. And honestly, I'm not surprised. If you guys saw my reaction to like Young Thug's kids dissing Gunna, I said it was very telling. And the fact that those kids are listening to these direct phone conversations in person. So they know a lot more than we do. So yeah, while they do have the internet and they're seeing and watching and hearing all these people talk about their dad and Gunna's relationship, they have something that supersedes all that. These guys are able to hear conversations between Young Thug's closest people, Young Thug himself, and their mother and people around them. So they would obviously know a lot more than we know as the general public. Well, honestly, we're just speculating on things we're seeing. We're not hearing the things behind the scenes. So those kids like dissing him, especially after them trying to say that, nah, these guys are cool. To me, that was very telling. If your kids are talking trash about this guy, they don't like him for a reason. Because if not, that song probably wouldn't have gone out. With this definitely being big news, Akademiks and Wack have definitely given their reactions, so enough dilly-dallying. Let's jump right into the video. Again, it's entitled Wack 100, and DJ Akademiks react to Young Thug denouncing Gunna for snitching and ending their friendship. I think it's been done, and it's just business at this point.
As we've covered recently, Young Thug is out of jail, but that does not mean he is a free man. He's still under 15 years of probation.
A lot of people are basically saying that probation plea deal that he was able to work out is still a trap, because it's so easy to violate probation that you are literally walking on eggshells. If you do violate, you're doing that whole bit, and you pretty much already agreed to it. So there's no fighting that if it comes down to it. But like, yeah, man, I feel like Young Thug should definitely steer clear of any drama, any potential violence, and avoid any interactions that could potentially lead him back to the courtroom. That's a scenario he definitely does not want to face.
And today, he took to Twitter to test the limits of what he can say and do, as he would really quickly post and delete a tweet that said that him and Gunna are not actually friends. Wack 100 would give his take on it, and DJ Akademiks would go on Twitter to give more background and detail and context surrounding the relationships of Young Thug, Lil Baby, and Gunna. What's up, y'all? It's your man Talkless World reporting for the Chick Smooth channel. We gotta talk about this. Young Thug tweeted, "Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." And then immediately deleted it. But before he was able to do that, Wack and a bunch of other hip-hop blogs reposted his tweet. Wack posted it on Instagram with,
"The internet is forever, man. You think you can go and delete something? It's already been screenshotted 1,000 times."
The caption, "Business is business, I've been telling y'all. Thug not doing no folding." DJ Akademiks will see those tweets and inform us that even though Young Thug made sure to get specific permission to be able to collaborate on music with Gunna, he's choosing to not do that because he still feels a way about how the trial played out.
Now, the whole thing was just to be able to communicate with him, if I'm not mistaken, but obviously collaboration would definitely be something that would be included in that. I just feel like obviously we don't know what these guys are truly thinking. So up until this point, it's all been speculation. But like I said, your kids don't diss somebody if there isn't ill will towards him.
Akademiks says, quote, "I've been told y'all, Thug told Dirk, Baby, and a few other rappers that Gunna was no good while he was incarcerated. Meaning, it ain't no way he can come back out and justify rocking with Gunna when he told people not to rock with Gunna when he was locked." He continues, "Thug originally wanted to drop on Gunna release date and was gonna have Baby and Dirk as features. Those features didn't end up on his project, but he literally sent the message to them saying, quote, 'I don't F with that dude, and I want to drop on his date.' Young Thug didn't end up dropping on Gunna's date." He would continue,
I think that was definitely more of a business decision. The last thing you want to do at the end of the day, like I said, Gunna is still signed to him. And these RICO cases are super expensive to defend. So he's been burning through a lot of money. So you don't want to hinder a project that could potentially, and actually did do very, very well. It brought him a lot of money. So yeah, I feel like that was more of a business decision versus like, yeah, I like the guy now. No, the two things could be true. I don't like you, but guess what? You're making money for me, so I will accept that.
Doug had to carve out communicating with Gunna in the plea deal because there is business still to be done. He has Gunna in contracts that aren't completed. If he was barred from having any communication with Gunna, that would have given Gunna a legal out in trying to get out of that deal. Still predict Young Thug to say he was hacked in a few, but how many times he's gonna tell y'all he don't rock with Gunna before y'all believe it? Then DJ Akademiks will give a little bit more background and more specifics on the types of deals that Gunna and Young Thug are signed to. Quote, most management deals or even production deals have been voided by the person who was the manager or label who was legally mandated to be available to the person they signed a deal with going to jail. Trust, I know hella people who got out of deals when niggas got locked. That stipulation usually comes in when the person you did a deal with is unable to carry out their duties. In that case, jail. But also would be applicable if there's a court mandated.
Of course, obviously the court mandating a ban on them communicating would be more than enough grounds to get out of that deal, and Thug wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Like I said, it's still a business, and while Thug doesn't like Gunna at all, it seems that he really enjoys the money he's getting from Gunna's projects, because Gunna was smart and he focused on music, and he was able to bring himself back to a point where he's been successful. He's touring and he's doing arenas, and it's definitely something that a lot of people didn't expect, but it's like I said, most of these fans really don't care. Most of the casual fans just don't care. If you give them the bops, they'll come right back. He was smart and he just locked in on music and didn't antagonize anybody, which is something that like 6ix9ine did. He came out and dropped music, but all the drama he was drumming up definitely made him persona non grata, which led 6ix9ine to go from country to country and just getting like exiles from each of those countries, which is really in stark contrast to how Gunna approach the situation, because he had all those rat allegations too and continues to have rat allegations, but is still very successful right now.
Order banning them from communicating or working with someone. Also, remember way back when I predicted that it was a tense situation with Gunna still being on YSL 300? And remember I mentioned he might go to Atlantic? Ironically, he didn't have to do anything. YSL 300 got merged with Atlantic Records and TK Projects to make AMG, Atlantic Music Group. So Gunna's only option to leave YSL would have been to Atlantic Records, but now YSL is part of Atlantic Records regardless. Young Thug had to make it clear to the court that he still needed, business-wise, to work with Gunna and communicate with him, so he couldn't be legally barred from doing that. But maybe he doesn't understand how much of a microscope he's under. For the next 15 years, he is not a free man.
The thing is, it's not like he hasn't been told that by his attorney. It's not like he isn't being told that by like probably some of his friends. The dude obviously understands because he deleted that tweet, but you can't just be thinking and in the heat of the moment say something like this and think that people aren't going to screenshot it and put it out there. It's going to make you look crazy. The wrong tweet could potentially land you back in jail. So the last thing you want to do is antagonize anybody. Like, I really think the only reason you got that plea deal is because of how that trial was handled. If it was a mistrial, I don't think they would have fumbled it twice. You really only got off because of incompetence. It's not because you had a great like defense, you know. It was like literally the lack of a great prosecution that was able to like get you out. But if they have a second shot at you, they're gonna throw everything and the kitchen sink at you. So like, you gotta be really, really careful, man. Gunna really right now can probably ruin your life, bro, if you keep trying to like egg him on, man. He's already been proven that he's willing to talk, because I know like he's been denying the whole snitch allegations, and so has his attorney. But at the end of the day, even dry snitching is snitching. You know what I mean, guys? But like, yeah, like this is somebody that's not acting like he has one more chance. Like, fam, if you get locked up right now, you're going to do them 45 years. And you already signed away your rights to do that if you do violate probation. Don't violate it over something that was totally in your control. You can accidentally violate it just by being around the wrong person. Not doing stuff like this, man, you're just like antagonizing the wrong people. And it's not just dudes in the streets, man. You might get a judge that feels a certain way.
Those other 20 years are still over his head. At any point, they can choose to violate him and he'll have to set up for the rest of the 20. Do you think this was the best way for Young Thug to get out his message? Or do you think he was just hacked? Let me know in the comment section.
Of course not. Obviously, everyone does run straight to the "I was hacked" narrative when they go and they post something crazy. But while that does happen, man, this this was you, man. I don't think we have yet seen something. We haven't seen anything where he's claiming that he got hacked. So I'm pretty sure it was him. Obviously, someone understands that he shouldn't have said that because it was deleted so quickly. But you can't just keep testing your luck, man. You already got off on something that you're lucky it wasn't a federal RICO and it was a state RICO. A mistrial, even in a state setting, would honestly not look good for him because they do have a lot of stuff. And I'm pretty sure even right now, the investigation probably hasn't even stopped. You know, I bet you it's still going. This friction between them is, like I said earlier, not very surprising to me at all. I already said if the kids are dissing this guy, they know better than we know how they truly feel about each other. They're hearing these direct conversations between people close to Thug and close to Gunna. So, like, yeah, man, none of this really surprises me. But don't let it be the reason why you get locked up again. You may not like this guy, but just, fam, just do business, get your money from him. Like, he is still signed to you. You don't have to work on any music. I'm pretty sure he understands the value in having somebody like Gunna signed to him, especially with him moving his project to not coincide with Gunna's. But yeah, man, you keep doing this, you're gonna like land yourself back in front of the courtroom, and who knows how that goes. It's not something that you really want to test. All we gotta do is look at the countless people that have had problems during like probation. Even somebody like a Meek. And Meek, I don't think has the type of charges Young Thug has. Meek was potentially going to be sitting down for a very long time over doing a wheelie while still illegal, something that honestly most people don't see really as that much of a big deal, you know? Yeah, Young Thug definitely has to be careful. Definitely let me know what you guys think about Wack and Akademiks' reaction to the whole situation. Do you guys think it was a smart idea for him to tweet that or post that? I obviously do not think at all. And also let me know if you guys even think they had a relationship after like Gunna did what he did. I really don't think. I think after that, any type of friendship like that was severed. You never know. People do have changes of heart, but man, when you're playing with somebody's freedom, you can never underestimate what actions somebody would take to like allow for their self-preservation. Now you know how Gunna operates. You move accordingly. You don't go and antagonize the guy in front of the world. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. And yeah, I really am looking forward to what you guys have to say about this whole situation. I honestly think this has been the case. You didn't have to tweet this for anybody, honestly. I feel like we all kind of knew this was how you felt. But definitely let me know what you guys think. And yeah, hope you guys love the video. And I hope to see you guys soon. Come on, Thug. You just got out, bro. For you to go right back in, it's crazy.